only eat.
Hey guys, we're here back today, and we're gonna look at some foods. Okay, let's see.
Gordon Ramsay's food for an entire day? Strange request, but I'm down. Let's do it. But first, if you didn't know, we're gaining on Gordon. So if you're watching right now and not a subscriber, go hit that button below. Now, there are a few options for the task at hand today. The first is I somehow convinced Gordon to be my private chef for the day. Considering he's probably the most famous chef in the world, that's not gonna happen. But it turns out he has quite a few restaurants in Las Vegas. Hell's Kitchen, ever heard of it? But I have one problem. My cameraman Manny isn't allowed in Vegas after being caught counting cards on multiple.
I've watched the show Hell's Kitchen. It was really good, but there were some twists. He got really mad at a bunch of people. Okay, let's start it.
Multiple occasions. Hopefully that won't be an issue, because we're going anyways. We've arrived at Caesar's Palace, but Manny and I want to do a grand entrance. That'd be nice.
One key or 2 keys?
2 keys, that'd be great. Also, I have a question. Is this the real Caesar's Palace?
What do you mean?
Is Caesar here right now?
No.
This is where we're going to be spending the night. We're greeted by this crazy little room at the entrance, which kind of has a cool echo. And as we walk back, this is all for me and Manny. I mean, this place is just insane. What the f are you doing? Wait a second. I don't know what the f just happened. It's time for bed. We'll see you in the morning for a lot of food. Manny, look at this button I'm about to press. It's dangerous. Manny, it's Caesar. Did he invent the Caesar salad? So first restaurant we're hitting for breakfast is Gordon Ramsay Burger. Zane here, I guess we could call you our handler for the day, because Manny's been acting up. It became quickly clear to me that Gordon Ramsay Burger just basically had a bunch of fancy hamburgers. And I'm definitely not complaining. They also let me work the grill in the back for a little bit. If this was secretly a test by Gordon, I'm pretty sure I nailed it. So we are here at breakfast. I guess you could kind of call it a lunch, because it's about 10:30 in the morning, and we are gonna be eating the entire day. First up, we have this scramble sandwich, which basically looks to be Gordon's famous scrambled egg.
There we are, the perfect scrambled egg.
Nestled in some buttery brioche bun. Manny, that is really good. Over here we have these bacon bit tater tots. Yummy. And then something that I am very excited for personally, his sticky toffee pudding French toast, which I'm gonna dip in both sauces. Oh Manny, that is good. Take a bite of that. Oh. Now we have our breakfast drink because of course we're gonna have a lot of cocktails today. And this is called the Oh Bloody Hell.
Bloody hell.
Manny, I think we might see Tipsy Nick today. After trying everything, it was time to let Manny have at it. I told him to pace himself for the day, but he didn't really listen.
We're gonna have to roll Manny out in a wheelchair.
Can't drive there. The wedding starts in 3.5 hours.
So that was a fantastic breakfast. My favorite was easily the scrambled sandwich. Gordon is known for his scrambled eggs. Next up, we have Gordon Ramsay Fish and Chips Early Lunch. Gordon Ramsay Fish and Chips is clearly one of those spots that Gordon brought back from home. And I think it's awesome that he brought a restaurant like this to the US.
What the f are you doing? It's good.
So first up, we have this lobster fish and chips, and I will say it smells fantastic. I'm gonna give it a nice squeeze of lemon, then dip it into, oh shoot. Then dip it into both sauces and crunch. Next up, we have our classic fish and chips sandwich with this curried sauce. I really got this sauce right here is basically a really good curried mayonnaise. And my guess is that it's something classic for fish and chips in the UK, and I love it. It's something I've never had before, but it's delicious. The last bite here is a Biscoff milkshake. Everyone knows those cookies they give you on planes, and I'm gonna dive in. That's really good. Easily my favorite thing there was that curried sauce. Benji, can you check on the screen if that's traditional? Because I'm super curious.
Yes, it is.
But next, where are we going? Forget. We're going to Gordon Ramsay Pub. What is that?
Nick, it's like me and you.
So before we head to the next restaurant, we have a little surprise. The roof scene from The Hangover. Manny and I are gonna recreate it. Wow, right out here.
Here's where I found us.
Hey guys, he's over here!
It's hot up here.
Oh my goodness!
Nick, I used to be a Wolfpacker 1, but now I'm a Wolfpacker 2.
Next we pulled up to Gordon Ramsay Pub. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of beer because for some reason it really hurts my stomach. Nerd. But I've never been opposed to good old bar food. And that's exactly what Gordon Ramsay Pub seems to be. Here we naturally had to get some traditional pub food. First off, I'm gonna dive into the short rib grilled cheese, which I have to say looks delicious. I may dip it in just a little bit of mustard and then Next up, these are called the Hellfire Wings. Now, just by the name, that sounds pretty spicy. And we all know my heat tolerance is not very good. Drums are still better than wings. Yummy. That's basically barbecue sauce with maybe a little bit of hot sauce in there. You would all be very proud of me to know that my heat tolerance has gone up. I can handle this. Last but not least, this is quite creative. We have kettle chip nachos. I'm having a lot of cheese today. Man, I'm gonna need that lactose pill. The thing about bar food is you usually think of it like pizza or nachos, but they make really creative takes on all that stuff. This is French onion soup made with ale. Pretty clever. We're gonna get as many sticky toffee puddings as we can today. So here comes our first bite. The best way I can describe this if you've never had it before is basically a really soft, fluffy, caramel flavored brownie with vanilla ice cream and hot caramel. Delicious. We are now here in front of probably the most famous restaurant in Gordon Ramsay's entire empire, Hell's Kitchen. And I am very excited to see what's behind those doors. Let's go. Of all of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants throughout the world, Hell's Kitchen has to be the most famous by far. I mean, who doesn't know Hell's Kitchen? This place is crazy. We are in Hell's Kitchen and naturally, lots of amazing TV moments have happened here. Let's watch a couple.
You're not a f***ing cook either.
Where's the lamb sauce? We f***ing wasted the most expensive part.
From the show here, the pan-seared scallops.
If you saute scallops in a non-stick pan, they won't stick. That's why it's called f***ing non-stick.
And lobster risotto are the signature appetizers. Some of my other favorites though. And the crispy skin salmon, which has been on every season of the show as well.
Raw. Get it together.
Yes, sir. I really love all the details here. Even down to the little things on top of the drinks. They have the whole theme nailed down in here.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Hell's Kitchen, Las Vegas. My name is Manny.
Hold on.
Wait a second. I'm Manny.
You're Manny. I'm Manny.
I'm Manny.
Too many Mannys in this place, all right?
I need to get out of here. So first things first, we're gonna have some lobster risotto. The lobster is super tender, and the risotto is just ultra creamy. Delicious. Next, they have foie gras, which is a duck lip. I've never seen a macaron on something like this. I love foie gras, and this right here is the perfect bite. First things first, we need to make sure the crispy skin salmon has actual crispy skin. In fact, I remember cooking lots and lots of crispy skin salmon for Gord at a NASCAR speedway, and he was pretty harsh on me for that. Listen. That was delicious, but very, very hot. Last but not least, we have to make the perfect bite for these scallops. Oh, I f***ed it up. I f***ed the whole thing up. One big bite.
Give me here, guys. Have our sticky toffee pudding here. Have our triple weight coconut sorbet here with passion fruit, puree, coconut crisp.
The coconut ice cream looks awesome. It also looks like it's in a fresh cracked coconut.
Literally really good.
And you guys know how much I love edible flowers. This is our second sticky toffee pudding of the day. Let's see how it compares. If I'm being totally honest, the sticky toffee pudding at the other place was a little bit hotter and a little bit fluffier, but it's still delicious. We have finished up our meal at Hell's Kitchen, and it was fantastic.
Gordon got a message for you. What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Our experience at Hell's Kitchen was awesome, but we're headed to the final meal of the evening. It's dinner time, and we get to try the beef Wellington at Gordon Ramsay Steak. Once we finally reached our last stop at Gordon Ramsay Steak, we went through this cool tunnel that represented the channel. I loved all the decorations throughout the restaurant. It was very Gordon inspired. And we even got a quick tour through the kitchen. I'm always surprised when people let Manny in the kitchen. He's such a liability. We are finally here at dinner at our last restaurant of the day, and that right there on the wall, that beef Wellington, is a preview of what's to come tonight. For the start of dinner, we have the farmer's market salad. Then we have one of my all-time favorites, the foie gras, which we also tasted earlier, but this one is totally different. And I always like to say you have to get the well-rounded bite with a little bit of everything on the plate. Foie gras is just so incredibly rich, fatty, and it's always great when it's cut with something acidic like orange, because oftentimes acidity and fat go super, super well together. They balance each other out, just like me and Manny.
So here we have our large shellfish platter for you this evening. I love myself a good f***ing seafood platter. I'm gonna try a little bit of everything. First, I'm gonna try this big f***ing piece of king crab. Looks nice and fresh. Oh, look at this f***ing shrimp. Oh, that's f***ing good. Manny's living large today. Let's do some f***ing oysters. Look at this f***ing lemon. Put a little lemon in here. This is good. All right, check this out. We got a little bit of like hot sauce right here. I'm gonna put some of this on an oyster. Oh,
What are you doing? You're fired. Get out. I'm not sure what Manny just said to you about the seafood tower. I'm gonna kindly advise you don't listen to any of it. With that said, I love a good seafood tower. However, my one complaint can often be that if things are directly touching the ice, they get super cold and hard to bite through. So my advice to any of you ever making a seafood tower is make sure there's something separating the seafood from the actual ice. This thing right here though, I'm excited to eat it. I'm a big fan of crudo, and this here is a hamachi crudo. I can see it's got a pretty big chili or pepper on the top, and again, I'm trying to up my spice tolerance.